Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Metacraft SMP, episode 3. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. Lots of activity today as of the current time as I'm recording, which is exciting to see as always. A few things have happened in the past few days, and this is one of them, a gift from your friends with wings, or friend with wing. Apparently we have a dragon head and a elytra now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using this immediately. I kinda wanna keep this in the backpack here and maybe use the mule a little bit more for the following few days still on the server, but I'm sure we'll pick up the elytra and rockets soon enough. But yeah, you probably figured it out. We had a dragon fight together, the majority of the server, that is. Anyone who could have come on to hop on and play did, and this is what it looked like. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Season 3 Dragon Fight 2023.
Yay!
Everyone's following me. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, we need to go like straight.
You have the eyes.
Straight south.
Okay.
Straight south.
Let's go there and then
That's southeast. I don't know what you're talking
Bygl.
about.
Yeah,
East,
we need to go
south.
south.
Bygl is our leader.
enbentz's place, no?
No, it's not.
Looks like it.
enbentz is
No?
in Fog Forest.
I think this is where Potato Fox was catching creepers, wasn't it?
That's a little further up.
Dang, this guy knows Metacraft map like back of his hand. Dang.
Right?
Can someone make me a
Yeah,
2x2 hole, please?
No.
Yeah, can we
I'm
can we
doing
can
two
we
by
some
one.
Hey, what the hell?
Help
No.
me out. Why is there water?
We'll get to the bottom and then we'll put the water.
What?
Oh,
What?
This
Am I
is the
supposed to bring
weirdest
the meal
tunnel.
with me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna dig straight down. I have feather falling.
If you want to, I'm digging a 2x2 hole for you.
I just wanted, like, you know, just
I
to
have
keep it, like,
torches.
park it. But I mean, this works as well.
This is a terrible
Oh.
idea.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
No, keep going, keep going.
Someone-
Has
Bygl
anyone
land
found
water.
the room yet? Oh, okay.
Do you have water, Mike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's water down here. You're
Oh, more
set, Bygl.
diamonds. What is going
Yeah,
on?
that was my source that I immediately picked up, so it should start
Whoop.
ending. There it goes.
Oh!
Wow, I'm fighting so many.
Ooh.
things.
Don't think I'd have a mule in a stronghold,
Oh,
but I mean, this works.
advancement.
GG, So people, funny.
GG.
Has
Dang.
anyone found the room yet?
They found it down here. Guys,
Where is down here?
Yeah.
I'm looking
Where
for
is
your
down
name.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we're trying to find is where is down here.
827.
Oh, this is down
This
here.
way, guys.
833.
For the lava.
833 1789.
In direction
Oh,
of
dang, guy.
I'm the man.
I'm trying to clear the way for
Why I
Bygl.
keep doing
Does
laps?
anyone have lanterns?
This ugly
Bygl, you go too fast. You go too fast. I'm trying.
Over here.
This
What do
is
you
the
know?
worst.
Such a spawn.
You made decisions.
Mike made the decision. I'm just stupid. Alright, it was a arduous journey, but we made it, and now we may begin the fight.
It's time for it. I hear it.
Alright, everyone.
Let's go.
We
You're
must
still
go
here?
deeper.
Get it!
Wait, that's a different one.
Woo!
We
Alright,
got this.
Armor, don't follow me now.
Get in.
Don't
Don't follow me
call
now.
me now.
It wasn't me.
Uh-oh.
Big lights,
Yeah.
Mike,
Alright,
and this
fell
generating.
Oh,
I would recommend we.
Whoa! Stop moving!
Let's
Stop
go.
moving. Stop moving! Woo,
No.
buddy!
man.
I almost
No.
right off the edge.
There's
Nan
silverfish.
fell.
Nan, no,
Oh my
Nan.
God.
Good. Nan
Who
had
did
it.
this?
Right.
Nan had netherite.
That's why I waited.
No.
My survival instincts are second to none.
Oh.
Nan.
Okay, so
Nan
we're
was the best prepared too.
Yeah.
That's a
Nan.
That's a
That
nail.
is
if you
the
ask me.
worst.
Yeah, I should have
Yeah,
bought
I did
bottles
too.
too.
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
as well.
I'm a Noel, so you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
know.
How's
Hey, I
the
got
platform looking?
There's so many of
The
these.
platform is
Okay,
out
alright,
above.
somebody's
It's
already
about the
there,
end.
right.
It's about the end.
Okay,
Careful.
alright,
I got a double bridge.
alright.
I'm so sorry, Nan.
Oh, I'm hitting myself. Dang it.
Dang it, Bobby. I hear it.
GG.
Ooh, nice little hidey
Do
hole.
we have
I like
any
it.
rods left or crystals left?
Careful, man. You're
Yeah.
Enderman behind you. I got it.
Someone reach up to it.
I got it. I got it.
You brought the mule in. Nice.
Mounted combat against the
I
dragon.
love
Let's
that.
go.
I had to.
Cavalry arrived, yeah?
I'm taken for a ride.
Whoa, I got launched.
Does anyone
Hey,
want
these
to go
books are
follow?
amazing.
Wait, are they all done already? Golly.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of us.
You just called her easy.
Easy. There you go.
Hey,
Let's
go.
Look at this.
Get your XP, guys. Get your XP.
That felt like a steal.
You guys, is this Hilda?
Oh, that's fine, okay.
Pro
Oh.
Gamer.
Raining XP.
I'm so sad about Nan. Come on. Oh.
Yeah.
Nah,
Let's give Nan like 3 elytras right off the bat.
for
Good
sure.
priority for Elytra.
Can someone kill the Enderman that's chasing me? I literally can't do anything about it.
No,
Nah.
Where are you?
you're only cavalry here. You need to do it on your own.
Fair.
Nah, my guy. Sorry.
Oh, so where did this?
Nice metal. You are a good guy.
There you go.
I'm
Thanks,
not.
man.
Yeah, it
Much
was not very
appreciated.
long.
Bygl, maybe you should let your mule go
Yes.
through to the
Well,
spawn.
I
they're
think I'm
we're gonna
done.
go that way.
I think I'm
guess
done with
I'm
you.
gonna bridge.
Thanks, Molly.
Oh, this is gonna
There we go.
suck.
Bye.
I'm here
Oh,
to
this is
help.
gonna suck.
I'm here to help.
Indeed, so that is that. Sadly, I didn't record all of the end busting as the recording was getting incredibly long. But long story short, Max had killed me while he was killing some shulkers, and I lost all of my stuff. Well, we did get an elytra, which is freaking awesome. Anyway, before we do continue, I would like to show you a little bit of a clip that I took with Mike preparing for a project that we are going to be working on later today. Alright, Mike, what are we doing here
Hey,
today?
yo.
What is the plan?
So, I actually did a little bit of a spoiler in the last video, in my last episode, and I said I was going to collab with you. So, it's much anticipated, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I had the idea of doing all the librarians, and I know you don't really like doing villagers,
That is true.
and yeah, I invited you to do this with me.
It's
we planned down
definitely gonna be easier doing it with someone, the villager stuff,
Yeah.
rather than alone.
Yeah, pretty. And we don't plan to ill anyone pretty soon, so we just have to trade all the iron from the iron farm to some iron traders.
Which works
Really?
absolutely amazingly.
Yeah, it's so great.
You did so
I'm
good.
so happy with it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright,
And
so
we're
we're splitting
yeah.
parts of the project, right? I'm gonna be
Yes,
doing
yes.
roof and interior, and you're gonna be
Yeah, I'm
doing
gonna do the base,
everything
of
else.
it, pretty much. No, and villagers and that. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
You know,
helping as
we
much
actually-
as I can, of course.
We actually have a villager breeder ready to go down here. I didn't show that in my video. I don't know if you did. but if you
Where
did,
is it? By the way.
it's around here. I don't know. We have to
Uh,
dig it out.
Why did we
Oh.
put it below ground? It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's
down
around
here.
here. I don't know. Do we plan to? So I wanna actually I wanna ask that to you because
Mhm.
you are doing the interiors. Do you
Yep.
wanna do forever alls or do you wanna do like have a little bit of room so they can free roam in there?
Free
do
roam
for
could
all.
be really fun. You don't see
Yeah.
a lot of free roam rooms for villagers.
And we could like do unbreaking and mending, you know, like sword enchants in one room, armor enchants in another room, trident
yeah.
enchants in another room, you know.
Oh, that's fun. I
So
like that.
if
Definitely.
you need some,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be cool, right?
Yeah, I
It's a
love
big
that
place. We
idea.
have plans, so
Yeah.
it could be a lot of rooms in there.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure we'll be able to fit everything in. No worries.
So this is actually like kind of the base plan. It's an oval building. Yeah,
This doesn't look very
you've
oval
seen-
to me.
No, but this fits inside the oval, so
I
it's
see.
pretty
I
big.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. And the villager breeder will be inside of it. We'll be running it up.
Yeah, there's
But yeah,
gonna be villager
um,
breeder in the ground, and we just shoot out the villagers into the building, right?
Yeah, probably
the
shoot
rooms.
out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shoot out and maybe shoot to a upper floor, and then we can just put them down in the rooms.
Yeah,
You know,
that sounds like a good
yeah,
plan.
just bolt them down or minecart. Now we don't have a shortage of iron, so yeah.
Yeah, we can afford it. So cutting right back over to present day, the idea is that we are going to have every single enchantment you can get in the game within these confines. And the thing is, my Mike is of course going to be doing majority of the villager stuff. I'm going to be helping where I can, when I can. But our main job and our main deal with this build, our part when doing this, is going to be the interior. So we are tasked with building the Loud noise incoming. Is Brevard spawning a wither in the... Oh yeah, he is. In the spawn area here. I'm sure that's gonna be fine. So yeah, we need to figure out the interior design. I think I have a couple good ideas. I'm just gonna need to gather up a few resources, get a few things going, maybe a farm or two to get the stuff I need. And after that, let's make this place look as good as possible. You know, when it comes to landscape design and that kind of stuff, it always is nice to have like a big beacon somewhere where you know where everything is, right? So we just look to the distance and suddenly... Can you see it? This giant series of stacked beans on top of one another, always reminding me of where I am. Super lovely. Alrighty friends, it's only episode 3 and I think we've done a lot of off-camera stuff already in this series, so maybe we could do a little bit of stuff together as well, kind of just to give you my thoughts and, well, I'm gonna call it design philosophies, which is, you know, it sounds very profound. Basically, I just want to talk about how we're gonna achieve what we are trying to achieve right here. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna have these divided walls, right? There's gonna be different villagers within each room, and we're gonna have them free roaming all around, right? That's the, well, I'm gonna call it the issue. It's the thing we want to happen, right? It's a problem that we kind of put on ourselves, but I think there's a couple fun ways to solve this problem, and one of those examples is what we're gonna do right here together. We're gonna make some orange wool, like so. We're gonna make a couple carpets, like so. So one of the ways to prevent villagers from walking around is the carpet trick. If you guys don't know how to do this one, basically you just have a hole. Oh, I actually haven't been down here. How does this look? Oh my goodness. This is how that looks. Man, that's even more convenient than the build we're currently making. This is probably the way we should keep it. Nah, that's not happening. We're too deep into the build now. And so we're gonna get 1 carpet, 2 carpets and 3 carpets, and hopefully that should be good enough for most of the mobs in this game when it comes to pathfinding. They're gonna think that this is a hole that they're gonna fall down, so they're not gonna try to go down there. Instead, they'll kind of just go over here, stand, and they'll get confused and then turn around and walk in the other direction. The issue with this comes from the fact that villagers can like bump into one another, and once they get on top of the carpet block, they realize, oh, I can actually walk right here. So I think we need to test it first, is the idea. Maybe we just let a couple villagers roam around, see if they stay in their pens, and if they don't, well, we're gonna need to figure out something else, but if they do, then this is a success. Special place, also check the efficiency 5 villager trade. He's special. Efficiency 5, you say, Mike? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and trade that right out. Okay, I think I figured out what Mike is talking about here. So, for 20 emeralds, we have an Efficiency 5 book, which is awesome. Then we have a Smite 5 book, which is freaking amazing. And the third book is Efficiency 5 again. And then there's the brand breaking. Oh my goodness. Look at this powerhouse of a villager. He's like the perfect guy. If only this efficiency here got replaced by like Fortune or something, he'd actually be perfect. Alright, I think we are pretty much ready to start decorating this place now. You can see I did like a big base all around. We have a bunch of rooms. Some of them have like a little bit more preparation done than others. Some of these are slightly smaller and way more bland than other ones. Like this is just a big square. Which one is it? Yeah, this one's just like a big square, but then this one has like an interesting curve near the end, like this. So when it comes to interiors, right, this might be useful to some of you, or it might not be at all. But the thing is, this is less about kind of like focusing attention to a point at all times. It's a very difficult thing to do in interiors, because when you're doing exteriors, right, let me give you an example. Let me just quickly run out here. When you're building exteriors, usually people approach it from a single direction, and they look, let's say, like this. They look at the build from this angle, from this point when I'm standing right now, like this. And you can abuse this as a builder and, you know, put more detail on the front, focus their attention with colors or lighting to a specific point. When it comes to interiors, this is still possible and very much a great thing to do, except you kind of have to rely less on scale. What you do is you kind of have like points. So for example, as we enter into this building through this point, I kind of have like an archway to create like a frame for the very center. I can't speak. For the very center of the build. And as we kind of approach this point and cross the barrier, the center area which we're gonna have, I'm kind of thinking about putting like a garden there or something. Once you reach this frame and you enter through it and into the area, it kind of like expands. So what you want to do is kind of like go step by step and see what's visible, and at all times, at all points, you kind of want to have like a relatively well composed image wherever you look. So if I look behind me, there should be like a relatively decently decorated, like this needs like a little bit of a storage area, maybe like for shoes. Once you enter in, this could be like kind of a hallway thingamajig. Once you enter over here, there definitely needs to be like a nice seating area over here, I'm thinking. And what I'm trying to say here is, as you kind of go through the interior of your build, you see these openings, and you should try to use that space kind of in a way that makes sense for the build. I'm kind of gonna try to make this kind of feel like an open hotel almost, if that makes any sense, but also to draw people's attentions, their eyes, to specific points as you go through. Instead of having a single point that you kind of like latch onto when you see the exterior of a build, you instead have to have like these small sprinkles of things. For example, we're gonna put something like that over here, and also in the center of the build. And I hope it's difficult to have 2 points of interest appear at once, but hopefully we're gonna manage to pull that off. I know this is very nerdy and basically doesn't make any sense to barely anyone, barely makes any sense to me, but I'm gonna try to follow this philosophy, and we'll see if that actually works. Don't follow this advice until you actually see the final result, because it might not be worth it. Man, I'm just on my way here, trying to get some terracotta, going to Brevor's future base. Man, people have already built things like this. It's huge. Oh, it makes me feel all small and useless now. Oh, it's efficiency 4. Dang it! Alright friends, a little bit of a time jump here. I would love to explain a little bit about what we're doing here and how we're approaching the situation. You can see a lot of progress has been made by me and Mike. But if you listen closely... Listen, yeah. Do we have like an infestation or something? Like, is there an endermite like on the roof? There it is. Finally, I find you. It was named! What? I just killed the pet of someone's baby, or someone just put it there to be annoying. I should have checked first before swinging my sword. So we're making good pace. I'm just gonna have this little in-between clip here for you guys, so you can see how it looks right before this finish. Lots of these rooms are still blank and empty. But for example, this is kind of what I'm going for. This is a mostly finished room right here, and we have this new door design, kind of like this, so villagers cannot pass through this. The old one didn't really work because they could kind of just push themselves over the edge, and once they stood on the carpet, the whole thing broke. So instead we have this little thingamajig where they have exactly 2 blocks in height. That is their hitbox. So if they stand on the carpet, it raises their hitbox a little bit higher up. I can hear a baby zombie. That is a huge issue. Fixed. So this is the new barrier that we went for, works relatively well. You can see it in action right here. We are slowly moving in some of the villagers. We still need to breed up a couple, and that we need to actually prepare, but these ones are full villagers, so you can see we got the luck with a C3, and Curse of Vanishing on this one as well, which is exciting. And we also have, well, we usually have only the first trade, which is really good, but Alpha Mike, who's actually preparing the villagers, he's always going for the bookshelf trade over here and for the glass trade on the bottom one. And there's lots of options you can do with these doors as well. You could do carpet, which looks okay-ish. You can do trapdoors, which doesn't look as great, but it's also an option. You don't even need to crouch while you pass through this, because I think Minecraft height hitboxes are like 1.7, 1.8, and I think this is exactly the amount of height you can still get and pass through blocks like this. But here you can also see how a finished room looks. So we have the Fisher trades right here with the lure and the Lac de Sea like this, and yeah, we kind of have like buckets hanging from the ceiling, that people have fishes in, right? Lots of storage, kind of like a backroom vibe we're going for, lots of junk. Before we do continue though, we are just about to have a meeting with Apollyon and MetalJack, and those two own a gold farm together. And we're gonna need to cut a little bit of a deal, because we're gonna be needing to get all these villagers cured, which is gonna be a whole process on its own. So let's hopefully try to negotiate a cool deal that's gonna be nice for all of us involved.
So guys, I have a proposition for you guys. Me and Bygl are going into the book shop business. So we are
Sure.
trying to get some gold. We have 36 villagers to heal, and well, they're not zombified yet, but they are gonna be.
There
They have
will
to be
be.
healed.
That's not good.
So,
oh shoot.
oh dang. And we were wondering if we could strike up a deal with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, of
We
course.
need about 6 stacks of gold blocks.
Okay.
So we are open to get you guys this. Okay, guys, then can take a look.
Oh, free book token.
Boken, right?
Book token.
Read
Boken.
it.
Boken.
Boken.
Boken,
Yeah, but yeah,
No.
it's gonna. I'm gonna propose 3 shulkers for each of books, any books you want, so you can go in the store and get and pay with that for whatever price
What do you?
there. What do you guys think?
Wow, I think that's an amazing deal.
I
Yeah.
think it's fair because it's like 6 stacks and it's 6 shulkers. So
What you guys think?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So how many blocks was it again?
6 stacks?
6 stacks of
6
blocks.
shulkers of blocks. Yeah.
6 stacks.
I don't
6
have on me
stacks.
this amount. If you give
Yeah,
me
no
2
worries.
minutes, I
No,
can provide them.
you can. We don't
I
need
have
it
in
right
my
now.
base.
We don't really right now, Apollyon, but you can pay us later anytime you want. You just leave us a chest on that monstrosity that we have behind my base. So I'm gonna give you guys the
Wood
tokens
thing,
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
leave there in the chest. So MetalJack, can please come forward so I can give you your tokens. And Apollyon, there you go.
We will provide
6
books
stacks.
soon-ish.
Yeah.
We don't need it right now. We don't need to deliver right now if you're busy.
know,
So
For us, the gold is not big deal right now. We have
got you.
a lot.
Yeah, so
I spent this week about 6 hours in farm. So
Nice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the deal.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I thank you.
I feel
It
like
was
we
a
are
very
res-
good deal for me.
I feel like we are reversed though. You should be on this side of the shop, not
Oh
us.
yeah, we're going the other way around. Let's swap for that.
Yeah.
There we
Let's
go.
switch
Yeah.
up.
Let's swap.
Now
There we
record
go.
Now
again.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the start. And I believe that, my friends, is going to bring us to the end of today's project. So let's check out how the final result here looks. When I say final, I don't actually mean final, because there's still a lot that needs to be done, especially off camera, and especially for me. But let's just check out the aesthetics of it, right? So this is kind of like the area where you walk in. We have a little bit of plant life. I added a bunch of the like ferns and these little shelves with ferns on them, as well as these like kind of like ceiling gardens, I think I'd call them, with a bunch of these kind of just coming off of the ceiling with trapdoors holding them in like that. And we even have a barrel for sharing profits, because apparently Mike is actually selling the books already, and I haven't even contributed to that at all, and he decided to give me half, which I don't know how I feel about, because I haven't done anything yet. I just finished building this interior while he's been grinding his socks off trying to make this work. So I'm just gonna leave that there for the moment, and I'm just gonna keep working on this until I feel satisfied enough to take the diamonds, maybe. We have the first room here. This is supposed to be kind of like a public library of a sort, as you can see by the bookshelves. There's a seating area where you can read the books, and a little bit of like an archway whether the villagers can actually work. Then on the right hand side, you guys probably already know, we have the fisherman kind of depot storage area. Circling back a little bit, this is kind of what I was going for, right? So we have the archways which kind of separate the individual rooms, And as you walk here, you can't really see anything on what's on the left side, but instead your attention is focused kind of on the painting over there, which gives a nice contrast compared to the other colors on the screen. And as you move forward, it slowly opens up. And here's the fun thing, right? We have this little pillar in the middle, and that kind of creates a frame for both this area, which doesn't look that great while it's framed in, but for this area to be framed in, that makes a lot of sense, right? There's kind of like attention brought to the sofa with the painting over there, and there's a little bit of a splash of color with the carpet, so that creates kind of like a nice framed area, gives it a little bit of atmosphere, a little bit of feeling. And that's what I really like when it comes to like doing builds and framing and perspective. It's a really nerdy topic, so I'm gonna shut up about it now, but that's kind of what I was going for. We have a little bit of like a storage area in the middle. If you guys saw the chests there, I actually sorted through them, and they are kind of set up in a way where they make sense what's actually in them sometimes, maybe. We're gonna stick to the right side as we move through the build here, so you guys know what is where. We have one of the hallways which leads outside like this. I had a lot of trouble decorating this one. It was really bland, so I kind of just put some sign here to kind of make it look like there's planks and there's like renovating, or there was like a damaged wall, so people patched it up, put some planks on the walls, right? And some of these shelves again with a bit of the lighting on the ceiling there, and a window into one of the rooms which we are about to go into, and some more paintings and flower pots like that. Another seating area like this. I've been repeating most of the concepts that you have already seen with the ceiling like plants and some of these red sofas from the Crimson Wood. These guys are preventing me from entering, so I'm just gonna barge in like this. So a fun thing that I've been doing with most of the rooms is I've been kind of breaking them up with this beam through the center of the room. So whenever you enter, I wish I could get a better look, but these guys kind of just wanna end their shift at this point. And once you enter the room, it's big and empty, and it's kind of difficult to focus on certain things. So what you can do is you can have like breaks for your line of sight, like this one. That kind of decreases the amount of things you can look at, and that makes it much easier to decorate certain rooms. It's gonna be clearly visible in all the later rooms as well, so keep an eye out on that. Doing the same thing here. We have another workplace area over here. This is for the Trident trades, which the newest snapshot just announced that they are not going to be possible anymore. So these guys are going to get really rare once 1.21 pops in, if that change actually stays in the game. And we have a little bit of a spa bathroom. Walking out of there now, we're gonna stick to the right side over here. This is how this entrance looks, and this is not actually a trader, or not a trader, a librarian area. This is for trading iron for all of our emeralds. We are using mainly AlphaMax Iron Farm to trade with all of these guys, with a few exceptions, like this farmer over here. So that's how we're gonna be getting most of our emeralds, and this is how that room looks. It's quite bland, quite simple, but it makes sense for the purposes. On the right side, I'm pretty happy with this one, and here you can clearly see how the break for your line of sight works, and it kind of like decreases the amount of space that you have to work with, and it makes it much more compact, much more atmospheric. I think if you just have less space, or like a bigger space divided by these beams in any way, shape or form, really, it really makes it just feel overall much better. This is supposed to be like a craftsman area where you like put your shoes over here and craft them, because these guys are selling all of the shoe trades like feather falling. Moving here, this is how this hallway looks like, even more plants like that. And this, you can probably tell, is the archer area. This is for like testing all of the bows and enchantments, so these guys have all of these targets set up all around. That's kind of what I went for. Lots of villagers in this room. And this last one over here is the sword one, I believe. Yep, smite and all of that. Bane of Arthropods. So we have a little bit of crafting area over here. Also have a bunch of these barrels all around, so we can store all of the different enchantments in these specific rooms if we please so. And yeah, also another break for a line of sight, so it gives a little bit more interest to the ceiling. Some bookshelves, because these guys are librarians after all. And yeah, that is how the finished area looks. I hope you guys like it. There's one last thing that I need to show you, which is the basement. And that looks like this. So we have like a abandoned cell area almost. These guys are supposed to be like the wardens of the prison here. And they are selling the curses, of course. So we've got the curse of binding and the curse of vanishing. Didn't notice that one. So the interior is kind of finished, which is nice and dandy. There's just one last thing we need to figure out, which I still haven't figured out how I want to do that, and that is the special trader. King needs a special room. We have the king. This is the guy with the efficiency, smite, efficiency, unbreaking 3. So we're gonna need to think of something to do with that guy. I'm still not entirely sure. I don't really have room to do like a throne area or something like that. So we're gonna need to figure out something to do with that guy. I'm not entirely sure what, but I'm sure I'm gonna think of something. And if you guys have any suggestions, do please feel free to leave them down below. So I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my morning here on the server enchanting all of my things. You can see that I've been getting my chainmail armor all set up the way I want it to be, so that's fun. I just lost my pants, and we don't have any villagers who actually trade the chainmail pants. That we only have one with like iron and diamonds and iron and diamonds. So I'm gonna need to grind for the pants in our skeleton spawner, but that's for another day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.